So, if I was to accept the job as Mayor of London, I'd be looking at a special task force unit and some special boxes. Think about old school telephone boxes. I'd place them in areas like Soho in particular, where child trafficking and sex rings are and stuff like that. These boxes would be constantly monitored, and you could run into that box and you could pick up the phone. You could tell them over the phone what was happening. They could seal that box from the office, and then we would have a special unit, a special task force come and take you away from that area. If you went into that box and vandalised that box, we'd seal the box and you'd be sealed inside the box and then you'd be taken away, and so on and so forth. But here's the thing, have anyone seen those flying discs that Macron and the British Army have? Like Judge Dredd. This would be the special sort of unit for dealing with corruption. Because a lot of people are on their nerves. I know this stuff. I know loads of gangsters. I used to be a gangster. I know this about me. I don't rat on people. I'm not interested in any of that. I'm interested in corruption and perverted paedophiles. That's what I'm interested in. And order. My ancestor Callaghan was the policeman of Ireland, of Britain and Ireland, after the Khan Athelstan. He was the peace man. He kept peace. Not a policy officer. Not interested in policy. Interested in peace. Interested in law. It's a civil society. So, Izzy Buzzo keeps sending me messages. I will smash the granny out of Izzy Buzzo when I get my hands on her. Anyway, she keeps sending me messages. She's gorgeous. I'll see Izzy Buzzo. Oh, white tiger. Wow. Wow. But ain't no pussy. Anyway, this is what we're looking at. The British Army, I'm looking at developing special task force above the police, attached to the secret services. They already have an extensive file on me. Her Majesty will... this will be all for Her Majesty's benefit and pleasure, because Her Majesty is reopening has kept Guantanamo Bay open for certain individuals. So certain people are abused. They're being kept in a state of fear by sex traffickers and stuff like that. Like some people rob Syrian babies. They do all this sort of weird, horrible, nasty shit, and people can't go anywhere. But within an area, we would set up these boxes, not like a box, like a little room with a screen and a phone on it, and you enter into that box. Once you enter into that box, you had to tell them on the phone. A specialist will be on the other end of that phone and you have to talk to that. Or it could even be the mayor himself. Probably it would be the mayor. He'd be patched straight through. Information will be given over that phone about sex trafficking, child abuse and stuff like that. Serious stuff. If it wasn't serious, you'd be asked to leave the box. If you didn't leave the box, the police or someone will come, or the army. I'm not too pushed with the police. I'm not the police's biggest fan. I never have been. Or the policy officers. I'm more like a militia. Sons of Ishmael, the Milesians. That would what we... And we could even have like people that could get there really fast. You know, like these guys that fly around on these discs. They could be on the roof of your building in 5 seconds flat, running down the stairs, breaking your door down. That's what we're looking at. But we're looking for rooting out corruption, and we're looking for rooting out... I wouldn't want to see a stage where these things were handed over to coppers, where they could just come bouncing in your door for fines and shit like that, harassing the life out of families and making them scream and all. No, this is not. No, we're not looking at. We're looking at the opposite of making babies cry. We're looking for the people who make the babies cry and worse. One thing in particular, it always bugs me, and I hope I catch up with this savage one day. I was reading the paper one day. It's been annoying me the whole day. I might as well just spit it out. This woman, the copper came into the house, and when she was in the room next door, he brutally raped her 1-year-old child. It's been one of my ambitions in life to get my hands on that animal. He's not an animal, wherever he is. But we're looking at when this Izzy Buzzy want? I think she's proposing to me. That's 3 times she's ever sending me this message. So anyway, that's what we're looking at. When we spoke to a lot of my colleagues are military. I don't really work with the police. I never work with the police, as a matter of fact. They kick the bollocks out of me loads of times. I used to like to have a ruck with the police when I was a mad drinker. But I'm not a mad drinker now. And they used to like to have a ruck with me. I was always outnumbered and I usually come off worse. But still I got stuck in anyway. I'm still here to tell the tale. We're looking at these special boxes because I'm looking at cleaning out these child trafficking gangs, and people usually are afraid to run. They're afraid to run because they don't know where to run. But when you have these boxes in a certain area, if you step into that box, if you were to step into that box, me and Boris have been discussing this. Boris knows the police, he works with the police. I work with the military. He knows the police, I know the military. Boris is the Prime Minister, I'm a king. I'm King Callahan. Anyway, that's what we're looking at. So if you go near that box, next near or towards it, put a finger on it. You might go up to the new colonies. We're looking for new colonialists. Colonialists for the north, you know, for the mines and stuff. The Antarctic and all. We need to set something up there because there's loads of people trying to squeeze in there. They weren't interested in it before. My family been running around there for years, calling my ancestor a lunatic and all up there, stuff like that. But that's what we're looking at. So just imagine a box like the TARDIS, a bit bigger. You go inside it, screen in there, phone, monitors, mics, speakers. You know, you go in there and piss in there, you're in big trouble. Go next near or towards it, you're in big trouble. You'll be warned before you go in. You want to enter into this box, the door will be locked. You'll be dragged out and you'll probably get a good fucking kicking as well. But that's what you're looking at, a box in certain areas. They might be all over the gaff if you run into that box if it's a serious thing. Or if you were getting chased by someone trying to murder you, you could run in the box and lock the door. I had to run into a police station one night and it killed me to do it. But I had a load of South Africans. They were going to kick the living shit. They were trying to kill me in an alleyway. But they didn't think we were able to fight back. There was only 2 of us. They were Nazis, South African Nazis were fighting them in an alleyway. There was loads of them. But Vantage, they separated me and my pal, and I had to run into the police station with a broken wrist. That's where I got the idea from. God save the Queen.